Hey folks, Teddy Feinberg, Brook Stockburger. It's no secret why we're here this week. It's Cruces Mayfield at Aggie Memorial Stadium. So we're filming our program from here this week. Let's take it from the top. It's the big rivalry game. What do you think?
Yep, both teams coming in. Obviously, the district's on the line. It always is every year.
Right.
Both teams are obviously going to the playoffs.
Sure.
Both teams are, definitely going to be one of the favorites to win the titles. So, but this is momentum. You want to stay healthy and you want to beat your rival no matter if you're 0-for or if you're undefeated. You want to beat your rival and you want to have bragging rights because you might not meet again in the playoffs. And momentum into the playoffs. So stay healthy and get that momentum.
It's a fascinating game because neither team's played a game like this all year. I mean, there's going to be 20,000 plus fans here. And the reality is that it's a hard game to predict because I think that Mayfield's had a tough time defending the pass in the secondary, and Cruces has had a hard time throwing the football this year. Cruces has won 4 straight. I think Mayfield has the edge to the also important quarterback position. Axton Fran's always a great player. So it's a hard game to kind of forecast. Yeah. And then on top of that, there's the weather. It could be windy. And it's a rivalry game, so it's a hard one to pinpoint.
And Cruces will definitely run the ball. Xavier Hall will run the ball a lot. Cruces' quarterback runs the ball a lot. But like you said, if they could pass, Mayfield struggled defending the pass this year. Like Jason Groves reported this week, Jimmy Miller said if we can just get in the rhythm, we don't have to throw 30 times, just sort of get in the rhythm.
Absolutely.
Maybe dink and dunks, or like Ben Roethlisberger did against the Patriots. That could be big, but we'll see what happens.
I agree. Cruces at least has to be balanced in this football game, and it will be interesting to see how Mayfield defends them. I mean, will Mayfield just come out in a goal line defense? I mean, it's just going to be an interesting cat and mouse game, an interesting chess match. And I do think, although it's not the state title game, I think if the team loses, let's say Mayfield loses, happened last year, Mayfield lost, they go on and win the state title, I still think there's kind of an incomplete feeling. This is kind of like these teams' Super Bowl in a sense.
Oh, yeah.
And, it's going to be an interesting football game, and I do think that the next week in the playoffs, there's a possibility for a little bit of a letdown because this is Cruces Mayfield. This game is more important. It elevates over really any other game you play this season, including playoff games.
Very good point. You win the state title, and that's awesome, but if you lost to Cruces in the big rivalry game, or you lost to the Trojans
it's a little incomplete.
It's a little incomplete. You're right. And then the team the next week in the playoffs has a little chip on their shoulder who lost.
Absolutely.
And the other teams had that big emotional win. And so
Cruces 4 straight wins. Are they in the head of the Mayfield Trojans? That's a big question too, and it is possible now. We also have Onyate Gadsden. It's clearly the undercard, and then also the Aggies go to Georgia, and their money game getting close to $1 million. Is a lot of money for New Mexico State.
Yeah, Georgia's sitting a couple players for violation of team rules. It's just, I guess, lucky for them that it happened on Aggie week and not during an SEC week. But yeah, and MSU going to Athens.
They're going to give them a decent game, I bet. That's what I think.
Yeah, and it's the letdown thing. Georgia won't be real up for it. They'll win, obviously, but the Aggies could, like you said, make it interesting.
They'll do some good things. They're improved. Folks, thanks for joining us as always. LC Sun, Hyphen News, Facebook, Twitter, all day, every day. Have a good day.